Hello friends, I'm Oleksandr Palii, Ukrainian historian. My previous lecture on the history of Ukraine see on my YouTube channel. Today I will tell you why the Roman Empire fell. You will be surprised, but the reasons again were in the events that happened on the lands of Ukraine.
Early in the 2nd century AD, after Rome annexed Dacia, modern Romania, the Roman Empire came close to Ukraine's modern borders. Even earlier, the first Roman emperor Julius Caesar planned a campaign to Scythia, but he did not have time. He was killed. The Roman poet Ovid, whom the emperor banished to the northwest coast of the Black Sea, wrote about constant Sarmatian attacks, complained that he was forced to speak Sarmatian more than Latin, and that he saw barbarians everywhere, Sarmatians in their traditional wide trousers, which later became part of the Ukrainian national costume. The Romans built huge earthen fortifications, Trajan's Wall, named after the Emperor Trajan, in order to resist the offense of the Sarmatians and their allies, the Slavs. Remnants of these walls are still preserved in the territory of Odessa, Ternopil, and Khmelnytsky oblasts in Ukraine. In the 200s and 30s, a large Germanic tribe of Goths came from Scandinavia to the area north of the Sea of Azov and near the Black Sea. The Goths started to launch raids into the Roman Empire, including by sea. As a result, Rome's borders were pushed back beyond the Danube River in the late 3rd century AD. In the 4th century, the Slavs and the Sarmatians in the territory of modern Ukraine were forced to pay tribute to the Gothic king Ermanaric, 350 to 375 AD. Incited by an instigator, he cruelly executed Sunilda, one of his wives and a daughter of a Roxolan prince. Her brothers broke into Ermanaric's palace and were killed in a fight, but not before they were able to wound the Gothic king, who later also died. The Goths also killed the Slavic prince Boj and his 70 boyars, or lords. The Sarmatians and the Slavs turned to the Huns for assistance. In 375 AD, together, they were able to subjugate the Goths and drive a portion of them out of the territory of Ukraine. In 378, crowds of fleeing Goths defeated an army of the Roman Empire and killed the emperor. Finally, after roaming Europe for quite a while, the Goths seized Rome on the 24th of August, 410 AD. This event upended the usual state of affairs in the world, which had existed for half a millennium. Part of the Goths founded a state in northern Italy, while others created a state jointly with the Alan Sarmatians in northern Spain. Thence Catalonia, Goth Alania. Some of the Goths stayed back in the Crimea, where they intermixed with the Greeks and the Sarmatians. Their small polity, the Principality of Theodora, existed in the southern Crimea until 1475, when it was destroyed by the Turks. The Huns are known to have inhabited the territory between the Danube River and the region near the Sea of Azov from the 2nd century AD. Most scholars believe that this was a small tribe of Turkic or Mongol origin which came from the east to an area surrounded by numerous Slavic, Scythian, Sarmatian, and Gothic tribes. In the 5th century AD, the Huns mostly spoke a Scythian language, which included the words med, honey, and strava, dish, now in the vocabulary of standard Ukrainian. The multi-ethnic Hunnic Empire emerged after the Huns defeated the Goths in 375 AD. It covered most of what is now Ukraine, as well as Hungary and parts of Romania and Moldova. Hunnic kings believed they continued the cause of the kings of Greater Scythia. Their land continued to be called Scythia. Hunnic kings accomplished something that Scythian kings had failed to do: conquer nearly all the Greek cities along the northern coast of the Black Sea. The Hunnic Empire reached the zenith of its power under King Attila, 444 to 453 AD, whom Romans and Greeks nicknamed the Scourge of God, for the fear he instilled in both empires. Since the end of the 4th century, the Roman Empire began paying tribute to the Huns. Until 442 AD, this tribute was 114 kilograms of gold annually, and the amount was later raised to 687 kilograms. According to a contemporaneous account, a cow happened to dig up an ancient Scythian sword, which the Scythians used for sacrifice offerings. A shepherd gave the sword to Attila, who viewed it as a good omen for conquering both the Roman and Byzantine empires. Attila had a condescending attitude to these empires and told the emperors that they were equals not to him, but to his generals. The Pope had a personal meeting with Attila in which he begged him not to destroy Rome. In 451 AD, a battle between the Hunnic Empire and the joint forces of the Roman Empire and the Visigoths did not yield a decisive outcome. Before the battle, Attila said the words that were often cited in the Middle Ages: "Those who are marching towards victory are not hit by any arrows, while those who are bending down towards decline are ruined by fate even at the time of peace." The Hunnic Empire fell into decline soon after Attila's death. His numerous sons each demanded a share of the empire and cast lots to split up the lands and subjects, which enraged the other princes. No strong leader emerged. The surrounding lands, which had been conquered with much difficulty, were lost, and the core of the polity broke up into hostile principalities.